Can I tell you about Wicked for Good?
Sure.
Sounds like a Massachusetts movie.
It's fucking wicked for good, baby.
Oh, it was Wicked for Good. Wicked New Bedford. Let me start by saying my kid loves the first one. She was really excited to see the second one. And then she was strangely not into it. And the reasoning, it's not great reasoning, was that there were moments of it that were kind of scary. You know, there's this moment with the, famously in the show where Scarecrow, Fierro, before he's turned into a scarecrow, he's beaten and sort of tortured by guards, like Jeff Goldblum's guards. I'd be careful with him. Turn him into a no brain, no just straw.
Watch this. With one hand, I can do that. Now, how did that occur?
But, you know, and she's turned him into a scarecrow rapidly just to save his life. Gloria actually found that kind of shocking. There is a sex scene with those two, not an actual sex scene. You know, you don't see green sex, but
You don't see green pussy.
Famously, you know, Glinda the Good Witch, she's with Fierro, who would eventually become the Scarecrow. She's about to marry him, and kind of behind the scenes, he falls in love with Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, and they end up together. We were in the movie, and I was like, I don't think that's cool. I was like, that's not very cool of them to, you know, even if he loves Elphaba, like that is her friend, you know, that's not cool. A few scenes later, they're sitting under a tree in Oz somewhere, like in her treehouse. And they're both nude. She's in like what the internet is now called a sex cardigan.
Sex cardigan. So what does one choose from their treetop lair?
A chunky knit.
A sex cardigan.
And they're kind of like in blankets, clearly having just had sex. And Gloria goes, that's super not cool. Leans over to me. That's super not cool.
That is real super not cool.
Do you remember being a kid and every time the preview would roll, you would hope that it was the movie and that we were done with trailers?
Yeah.
And every time it would bring up that green, you know, MPAA thing. You're like, fuck. There's a girl that was going through that kind of attention deficit disorder to my left. And she goes, I heard her say to her guardian, if this is not the movie, I am going to crash out. I should have leaned over and said, probably just another 6 or 7 more previews.
6'7", a meme kids can't get enough of and teachers can't get away from.
During Halloween time, I was around her friends and I would plant a few lame 6 or 7s just to rile everybody up. Some of the kids went for it. They're like, oh yeah, 6'7".
Just to kill the meme.
Kill it dead.
Once the dads are doing it.
I mean, this is something that if you want to squash something in the culture, if you know, just adopt it hard and mirror it back at them and it will go away.
Their kids feel cringe when they try and use slang to communicate.
Do you think that your mom and your dad or your teachers are getting a little annoyed of it?
Yeah.
So if you took the first movie, and I talked about it last year, that movie's 2 hours and 45 minutes. It ends with defying gravity. This movie starts with she's now kind of regarded as the Wicked Witch of the West, which is a good starting place for a movie, like for a sequel. It's like a good break point. And it more or less faithfully follows the show, which I've seen. This one's 2 hours and 15. So put them together, what do you get? A 5-hour movie. This is a 5-hour movie.
How long's the show?
2 hours 45.
Okay.
So it's a lot longer than the show.
I remember I bought the book and I thought it was like kind of boring. It's like weird, horny fan fiction.
Sexual, yeah.
But the show I think is different. Yeah,
there's some veganism in it. All this. Here's my overall statements. First of all, the music, you know, some of the finest Broadway music that's ever been written. It's beautifully performed here. I got no issues with the way it's performed. The songs hit. I'm a happy camper. I do think the director did a beautiful job with both. I mean, they didn't cheap out on this thing. They built some enormous parking lot set. I saw the video of it. It's like they built the Emerald City, basically. One that comes to mind from the first movie is when they're singing popular, I'm gonna be popular. The blocking in that scene and the dance choreography and the ways that the props move and the way the camera moves, it's really great. It's like, this is a director's vision, you know, come to life. Like, if you're a fan of Wicked, I don't think you're left wanting. In fact, I think you're overfed, perhaps.
Yeah.
Like you're given
too much.
I actually don't mind the Joel Schumacher Phantom of the Opera. I don't. I really don't. I don't mind Gerard Butler's horrible Russell Crowe-esque singing in it.
Let your mind start a journey through a strange
No thoughts of the world you knew before. Out in the darkness, a fugitive running, fallen from God, fallen from grace. I don't know why Gerard Butler and Russell Crowe both sing like they're yawning.
It warns you're a dangerous man.
It's probably they probably took vocal lessons and they told them, they were like, oh, like you're yawning, and they're like, ooh.
I can sing.
So I don't actually mind the Joel Schumacher Phantom of the Opera all that much. I think Christine Daae is good and I like Patrick Wilson in it. Again, that's another one where the music's going to get you through. It's a little stupid how, I mean, when they take off his mask at the end, it just looks like Gerard Butler with a little bit of acne. But Keith and I would joke that we wanted to make a sequel called Don Juan Triumphant, which is the show that he's writing in the movie or in the show. And it would be, of course, a 90s Michael Bay-esque getaway chasing after the Phantom. Because he, of course, goes missing somewhere in the woods. I'd like for the authorities to chase after the Phantom. Leave me alone. Don Juan Triumphant. I'm distracted pretty much the whole movie, both movies, by how skinny these two are.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it was so funny because my wife doesn't really know anything about these things. And she sees like advertisements for while she's scrolling on her phone or whatever. She's like, why do these women look like this?
So much so, I'm like, is there something? Are you two in a relationship that's causing you to not eat? Is something going on? So I look back at, her potato days with Dan Schneider, and she's not
Yeah,
that
she's very
skinny.
different. Yeah, she's very
Not
different.
that skinny. I saw a headline today. I don't know who published it. It said Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, allegedly in a non-demi-curious, semi-binary relationship. And I'm like, this is marketing. This is marketing. You're trying to sell tickets.
That headline is like what the sound when somebody like farts in Hollywood. I don't know. It's like it's just
Something's going on.
something's weird. Yeah, that's bait. That's bait.
That's bait. Once again, on their second press tour, they're acting fucking weird. But this time around, everybody knows that they're acting weird. And so the journalists are totally baiting it. So they're totally like, tell her what her aura looks like.
That's a nice question. An aura.
Yellow.
For me?
Sunshine. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And also, I think there's also purple.
That was very good. It's so.
Oh, no.
Last year it was hey, somebody said that Defying Gravity really like held space for them, and she was like, "Oh my god, I didn't know that it was doing that." Ariana Grande commented on that. Somebody asked, they're like, "Well, what happened in that moment?" And she was like, "Well, I didn't really know what was going on."
So I didn't know what any part of it meant.
And so suddenly I was like, "What did she ask?" And Cynthia seemed really shocked, and so like I didn't know how to react. So it's clearly like in that moment, Ariana was playing up, and I think the two of them are very performative. I see them act in the movie, and I'm like, in the movie, playing a couple of fantasy witches, you act like more normal people, like considerably normal people than you do on your press tours. They're holding each other's fingers a lot, and the fingers are giant like tentacles.
Yeah,
you have giant jewelry
bony
coming out of both fingers. What the fuck is going on with you two?
Faces and bodies are all points and bones and angles.
Like
Thank
aqua.
you. Wow,
And
I'm so moved by that response.
So specific.
This
isn't
is
it?
so-
Sorry.
Somebody said that they look like two squirrels in trench coats pretending to be humans. There is something inhuman about them that's gonna.
It's uncanny. I don't know what's going on. Like I don't know what the goal is here.
It's like if you took the caricature of an aloof, wealthy woman and you dialed it up to 1,000 and you were like, now get out there and make us laugh. Like, why are you two acting this way? I want to like give them acting lessons on how to be fucking normal. Don't you feel like in modernity, celebrities try to be a little bit more kind of relatable, down to earth? Hey, I'm just like you. I'm on Twitter just like you. Or if these two are like, I'm not like you. I'm from outer fucking space and I'm on MDMA.
It seems like people, like their performances, but I see them in real life, and I feel many feelings, mostly disgust.
They remind me a little bit of I always thought Johnny Depp in his performances came off so much more believable and normal, and like he realized his character, and then you would see him in real life and he's like, oh, she took a dump on my bed. It'd be like really weird.
Yeah, it must be like that kind of bubble.
Or I think it might be some kind of mental illness where they can tap into real people in character form, and then like when they're out of character.
And I was reunited with my heart.
The whole treatment of Wicked kind of it reminds me a lot of Dune. Where it's like if you were a Dune fan, you're eating good with those two Dune movies. I mean, they're made by a real director, and you're spending real money, and you're working your ass off to make them just so, and you got a great cast, and maybe you'll squabble about this detail or that detail, but it's Dune, and it's 2 movies, and it's more hours than you ever could have expected. And remember last week we were talking about editing and how, like with AVGN, you want to get the funny parts as close together as possible so you can build momentum.
Now, shortly after The Witch, you go in the Emerald City.
Yeah, the Emerald City asshole.
Yeah, it's the last stage in the game.
Thank fucking God.
Well, you want that in a musical too. If you have great music, you don't want to be spending a lot of time outside of the music. And they'll do that in these movies. They'll like stop and do a bunch of bullshit between, like in the middle of the song. They'll like stop the song cold. They'll kind of keep the interlude going, and they'll like have a dialogue sequence. So I think that these 2 movies, if you're a Wicked fan, you like the music, somebody's got to do a fan edit right away. Right away. The inverse of Joker 2, where you're cutting out the music. In this one, make it all about the music. Bohemian Rhapsody, I thought, was kind of like a pedestrian, almost like a satire of a biopic in a lot of ways. Like it was very like by the numbers biopic. But man, Don't Stop Me Now and We Are the Champions. I mean, this is music that like it could be a shitty movie, and if you're playing that music, you're in good hands. The music's just too damn good. I don't know. Do I love every single song in Wicked? Probably not. But there's probably like 5 that I do. Loathing, unadulterated loathing. I can understand. They're very Broadway. So if you're not gay like me, you might not like them as much. Respect to the Wicked movies for sure. They did them. They didn't leave you high and dry. You got Peter Dinklage as a goat too, doing his British accent from Game of Thrones.
Removed from the rest of the cast in a sound booth. A lonely part it is.
And the movie's made a lot of money. Like I think they did amazing. Isn't there a Zootopia sequel coming out soon? I think there's going to be some money made in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's just I think it's just about pivoting. It's like you got to stop it with the superhero franchise stuff because that's just not really doing it anymore.
The Wicked movies, I mean, they're catering to a demographic and they're catering well to it. I think with the superhero movies, they're like betraying their demographic.
That's a great point.
Like, I think Spider-Man will do well because I think they know how to feed the Spider-Man fans. But a Wicked movie, it has an audience. They're doing well by their audience and they're delivering that product. So
kind of like Barbie, where it's like, even though like it's not our cup of tea, it served its audience. People weren't walking away going like, oh, fuck that movie. Generally speaking, they were happy with what they got.
And I assume Zootopia will be the same thing, where it's gonna, people like Zootopia and it's gonna serve its audience. So
it could. I think the animated kids movies, they're not in the same boat as superhero movies, where it seems like they just don't work anymore. But they're not a sure bet. That's for like you make a Pixar movie, you're not promising anybody's going to go see that movie, even the good ones, even the halfway decent ones. I saw Elio. Now it was okay. Honestly, it wasn't that great. I can understand why. You watch it and you're like, wow, there's a lot of spectacle on display here. Somebody cares about this movie. But if it doesn't stick with you, it doesn't stick with you. I don't even know what it's about. Like the marketing, I don't think was. It's about a child who his parents died. And so he's living with his aunt and he wants to get abducted by aliens. He's like, that's his dream. And then it happens. And then he kind of gets entangled in like a cosmic war of sorts. Becomes best friends with an alien and stuff, you know. But there are a few Pixar movies that kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit that I thought were winners. Like Onward, that's a really strong movie about like your dad dying. You know, it's like a very powerful. I remember the first time we watched it with Gloria, she was crying, man. Oh man, this is a sad movie towards the end. Soul, you know, people like Soul. It's an interesting movie. The idea of a soul before you're born, you know, basically it was in heaven. Turning Red, I think, was a success. Like, people like Turning Red. It's about a Toronto Chinese girl who gets her period. That's what it's about. And it's about her mom is a pain in the ass during the process. I think that's what the movie's about. Turning Red. It's quite the title.
I'm a gross red monster! Don't look at me! Stay back! Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.